Hello class, welcome to module 1 of the subject art appreciation. So we will discuss about the overview of the art appreciation. So first we need to define what is the meaning of art appreciation. So art appreciation is the knowledge and understanding of the universal and timeless qualities that identify all great art. So the more you appreciate and understand the art of different eras, movements, styles, and techniques, the better you can develop, evaluate, and improve your own artwork. So in this module, I will just summarize all the units or the topics that we are going to discuss in the entire semester. So the first one, we will talk about the visual elements of art. The visual elements of art are line, shape, tone, color, pattern, texture, and then the form. So a knowledge of how they are used in art will help you to understand how artworks are created. You can learn how to analyze an artwork by breaking it down to its component parts so that you may appreciate the skill and imagination that the artist has used in composing it. So I will just give you some examples that we are going to discuss in the entire semester. So this is the example of a line. Then this is for a shape. This is for tone, color, pattern, texture, and form. Next, we will discuss about the paintings by great artists. So each lesson in our series on paintings by great artists explores the life of the artist through their most famous paintings. So we look at their social and historical background. So the sources of their inspiration, the development of their technique, and why they deserve the recognition as one of the greatest artists of their time. So in this entire semester, we will discuss these things and we will break down this one. So by this module, I will just give the summary or the overview. So for example, this is the paintings by Rembrandt, paintings by Claude Monet, paintings by Vincent van Gogh, by Frida Kahlo, by Francis Bacon, and Chuck Close. So these are the examples of paintings of different great artists. So also we will discuss about the art movements. Art movements are convenient terms for classifying artists of a certain period of style. They are simply historical titles, which are usually dubbed retrospectively by art critics or historians, and their titles are often witty or sarcastic nicknames pulled from a review. So for example, this is Impressionism. This is Post-Impressionism, Cubism, Fauvism, Expressionism, Dadaism, Surrealism, and pop art. So we will break down this one again in the entire semester. So again, by this module, I will just give the summary or the overview. And also, we are going to discuss about the Italian Renaissance art. So the Italian Renaissance was a rebirth of classical values in art, literature, and philosophy. So it was a period of artistic development in Western art that stretched from the revival of the naturalism in the art of Giotto at the end of the 13th century to the expressive forms of Manierism in the art of Michelangelo at the start of the 16th century. Again, it will just an overview example of Italian Renaissance art. This is naturalism, and this is the example of humanism, fresco painting, tempera painting, and this is example of oil painting. So those are the examples of the Italian Renaissance art that we are going to discuss in the entire semester. And also we are going to discuss about the art history timelines. So our art history timelines help you to more fully appreciate the work of any artist or art movement by understanding its position in the history of art. As most new artwork is a reaction against or development of a previous style in the timeline. So it is enlightening to know the artistic context in which it was created. So again, I will just give you some example in Western art timeline 1 from 330 to 1600. This is example of Western art timeline 2 from 1600s to 1880. We also have modern art timeline 1 from 1870 to 1931 and modern art timeline 2 from 1916 to 1975. So we're not just talking about the art history timelines but also the art history slideshows. So our art history slideshows illustrate famous artworks by some of the most celebrated artists associated with the major art movement and styles. So both the slideshows themselves and the artworks that appear in them are, this is called arranged in chronological order, to give some sense of the development that occurred as each movement or style progressed. So again, these are the examples of a slideshow. This is a Gothic art. This is an early Renaissance art. This is a high Renaissance and Mannerism. This is the example of a Northern Renaissance. This is a Dutch art. And Baroque and Rococo. And Neoclassicism and Romanticism. We also have Realism and Pre-Raphaelite. And we also have Impressionism and Fauvism and Expressionism. And this is an example of an abstract art. We also have Cubism and Futurism, Suprematism, Constructivism, and the Stige. And we also have Dada and Surrealism, slideshow again. And we also have an abstract Expressionism. And then we have a pop art, and lastly the OP art. So again, these are the examples of the slideshow that we are going to discuss in the entire semester. And then we also to discuss about the still life artist. Still life is the drawing and painting items such as fruit, flowers, household objects, which are usually arranged on a tabletop or shelf. Over the centuries, artists have chosen to paint still life objects for their symbolism, abstract qualities, or simply their visual beauty. Again, these are the examples of paintings by William Culp, by Harman Steinweg, by Chardin, Juan Gris, Henry Matisse, Giorgio Morandi. So these are the examples of the still life artists by different, artists that we are going to discuss in this entire semester. And we are going also to discuss about the animals in art, which is one of the famous styles in drawing or painting. So animals in art have always been a popular subject. They are often depicted for their natural beauty and majesty, or as a mystical or symbolic beast. Sometimes they are portrayed as the hunter's prey, also prized livestock, or more sentimentally as a domestic pets. So these are the examples of some paintings of the famous artists. We have from Franz Marc, Pablo Picasso, drawing and painting animals. So again, thank you so much for watching this video. This is only for module 1. This is just an overview of the art appreciation. Don't forget to answer the evaluation quiz. And then don't forget to review before clicking the submit button. Thank you.